My parents took me to court for buying a house. Not a joke. That house should go to your sister, they said. So, I took my nuclear revenge. My parents literally sued me for buying a house. Yes, you read that right. They took their own son to court because I had the audacity to purchase property they thought belonged to my golden child sister. Let me back up. I'm 28, work in tech, and have been saving for a house since college. My sister Sarah is 25, unemployed, and has been living with our parents' rentray since dropping out of art school 3 years ago. But according to my parents, she's finding herself while I'm just obsessed with money. Last spring, I found the perfect starter home. 3 bedrooms, great neighborhood within my budget. I'd been pre-approved for months and had my down payment ready. The day I got the keys, I was so excited. I called my parents to share the news. You bought a house? My mother's voice went ice cold without telling us. Mom, I'm 28. I don't need permission too. That house should go to your sister. She interrupted. She needs stability. You're being selfish. I thought she was joking. Sarah had never mentioned wanting to buy a house. She'd never even had a steady job. But apparently, my parents had been planning to gift her my exact house as a launching pad for her future. How do they plan to buy it, you ask? With the money from my grandmother's inheritance that I was supposed to receive when I turned 30. Money that was legally mine, sitting in a trust fund my grandmother had specifically created for me. 3 weeks after I moved in, I got served with papers. My parents were suing me for financial elder abuse and manipulation of family assets. Their claim that I had somehow tricked them into letting me access my own inheritance early to buy a house that rightfully belonged to my sister. The kicker, they wanted me to sell the house and give the proceeds to Sarah, plus pay their legal fees. I hired a lawyer immediately. During discovery, we found some interesting things. Turns out my parents had been stealing from my trust fund for years, using it to pay Sarah's credit card bills, car payments, and even a failed business venture where she tried to sell handmade soap on Etsy. They'd taken over $40,000 of my money to fund Sarah's lifestyle. But here's where it gets nuclear. My lawyer discovered that my parents had forged my grandmother's signature on several documents, changing the trust terms to give them more control. They'd also been lying to the bank about the house purchase, claiming I was mentally incompetent and that they were my financial guardians. The fraud was so blatant that the FBI got involved. During the court hearing, my parents' lawyer tried to paint me as a greedy son who abandoned his family. My mother actually cried on the stand, saying I'd stolen Sarah's future and that the house was meant to be hers. Then my lawyer presented the evidence, bank records showing the stolen money, forged documents, email chains between my parents, discussing how to teach that ungrateful boy a lesson. The judge's face was priceless. He dismissed their case immediately and referred them for criminal charges. But I wasn't done. I sued them back for theft, fraud, and emotional distress. The settlement, they had to pay back every penny they'd stolen, plus interest. They also had to cover my legal fees and pay me an additional $50,000 in damages. Here's the beautiful part. They had to sell their house to pay me. Sarah, who'd been living their rentray, suddenly found herself homeless. She called me crying, begging me to let her move in with me since families should stick together. I told her to ask our parents where all that family